can have a power purchase agreement deal with him. So Dr. Guillaume is going to be talking very briefly. He's already standing with the press crew to say some things, and let's see. I think he's about to speak. They are getting ready. Dr. Guillaume is the one with cap and dressing very smart, as always, as I've always known him. A gentleman who's making big things happen in Edo State. CEO of Ossiomo Power, Dr. Igihon, is about to talk.
Where's the reporter? Okay, you're there? No, place the camera. This is what will be your problem?
Face like this. Okay.
So I want to know, this is a former power plant. I want to know how long this lightning can start and what is going to be the timing for the maintenance. The light is, the power is 24/7, continuous, and it has been designed and built in such a way that will always be constant power supply. This power is coming from our site in Ogbemudia, where we have a gas plant, we have a power plant, and we have the 33 kV line running from Ogbemudia to Palm House, about 33 kilometers, and then from Palm House here to Stadium, which is probably another 7 or 8 kilometers. So it's a complete line, a complete circuit. Everything has been designed to be 24/7, always available.
How is this going to impact private citizens in the States? Is there going to come a time when people who live here, ordinary people, will get supply from Ossiomo?
Definitely. I think starting from the stadium here, the state government has done a fantastic job by putting a 2.5 MVA transformer here at stadium. And what I would expect is that beyond the stadium itself, this power should be extended to all the commercial and residential facilities around here. And the same should apply to the 11 kV line from Secretariat here to Stadium. All the houses, commercial entities all along the route should be powered up.
So how long will that take?
It only takes the amount of time to connect. In some cases, we already, I think based on certain decisions we made today, by next week we are connecting some locations already.
So, considering the amount of power you generate at Ossiomo, what share of the power consumption in the state, or at least in the metropolis, do you think you can provide?
Well, I think if we track back, according to the World Bank statistics, this state requires to get to the level of, let's say a developing country like Egypt, we need about 900 megawatts. Right now, through the grid and BEDC, the state gets only about 90 megawatts, of which what is really available to the bulk of the state is only about 30 megawatts. So the 55 megawatts we have installed, it's a substantial amount, but the challenge with power is that the demand is increasing all the time. What we are now seeing is that around our site in Ologo, factories are coming up and the demand is going to be increasing. But the good thing about it is that, power plants, these kind of projects is in 3 segments: the gas supply, the power generation, and the transmission and distribution. The project we have right now, the gas supply is sufficient for at least 10 times this 55 megawatts. The power plant itself is for 55, but we can easily increase it. This 33 kV line that we have built coming from Mologo has a capacity of 75. And then, of course, the line we have within Mologo has significant capacity. So what I'm saying is that on the gas supply side, we are well beyond 55 megawatts. On the transmission and distribution, we are well beyond 55. So as we see more demand coming up, we increase the generation.
There's a nexus between security and a lit-up city. Do you have plans to extend power to street lights and other public?
Definitely. That was in our plan from day one. If you go to any major city in the world, you go to London, you go to New York, you go to Beijing, to not have power you cannot even consider it, because what happens is that in the very rare occasions when there is no power in all those cities, everything goes crazy. traffic lights and all that. So street lights was part of a plan that we had with the state government from day one. And Benin is unique because with the ring road, all the roads radiate from ring road. So once there's power at ring road, all the major streets can be lit up. So that's the very, very next step. We already have some street lights that we set up at the bypass as just a pilot. So we expect that working with the state government that the street lights will come up very quickly. And as you say, that's very important for security. And also it extends the life of the city. It's not only just during the hours of daylight.
So, how do you think the result of the power project is going to impact on industrialization and economic activities across the state?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely critical. You know, that one of the things that the governor of this state has done continuously is to put everything on an economic pedestal. The economics is a science. I mean, having power is critical to having industries. It's critical to encouraging, you know, the average person to get up and go to work. You go along at this one, for example. You know, it's the nightlife. It's very long, and everybody is struggling using generators and all of that. And even in this stadium where we are standing, you know, the main goal of this stadium should be available for a lot of activities, entertainment, big cultural shows, and even religious festivals. So that's why it was very, very important, and it was my primary objective to make sure that we not only provide power, but we provide power on a sustainable basis and on an affordable basis. I mean, the difference between, you know, the tariff at which we are supplying our power and using generators is massive. So it is important, particularly for industry, that power is supplied at a rate that is affordable. And on terms, you know, already we have been supplying power into the injection substation in about 2 or 3 weeks now. And there has not been 1 minute of continuous.
So how would you describe your relationship with government leading up to the success of this project?
Our relationship with government is excellent. Quite frankly, I think that it's a model. For me personally, I think that there's almost never been any point in time where we have needed the support of government that we've not had it, right from His Excellency, the commissioners, and a lot of people around our team. At any point in time, we need assistance in Abuja, in London, anywhere. We always get it. And but I also want to say this is only just the beginning. Right there in Ogbemudia, there's a lot of development that is going on. The modular refinery is there. Ogbemudia is already being recognized as a major industrial hub. And again, the governor has put a lot of focus on it's really made it clear to me that we need to now power all the other parts of the state. And we have very, very clear plans to do that. So this is, to some extent, for me, the great thing about this is that, yes, we have proven that the development can be done. There's no doubt about it. It's a tremendous project. From a technical and engineering perspective, it's a really challenging project. But because of the environment and with the support of the state government, we've been able to do it. But all the other things we want to do, the great thing about this is that when our investors and everybody sees the positive success of this, then it makes it easier for us to say, as a private company doing a project that is 100% private with the support of the state government, it makes it easier. So that's why we're so happy to successfully make this. It's not only the technical completion, but it's also the commercial success as well. I expect that, particularly around stadium here, it's going to be a tremendous commercial success. That's what we expect.
I want to thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.
So you've just been listening to the CEO of Ossiomo Power, Dr. Igion, who has explained a lot of things. As you're just connecting, we are live here at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. The electricity you are seeing here right now is powered by Ossiomo, and it is 24/7. Like, it's not going to blink. It's not going to, they'll switch off the lights when they don't need it, but the electric power supply itself is uninterrupted. So this is historic. This is historic. For decades, I don't think maybe the last time Benin must have experienced long hours of electricity up to uninterrupted would have been over 35-40 years ago. As you can see, it's getting back. The CEO of Ossiomo Power, Dr. Ogbemudia, has said that people who live in the corridor of this Ossiomo Power, all the way from Ogbo down to this place, of course it will be easier to connect them. They will be among the first beneficiaries. He said that the transformer that was installed here by the stadium will enable electricity, uninterrupted electricity, to be supplied to the neighborhood here, people who live around the stadium. So very, 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 very soon, like soonest, people who live around the Ogbe Stadium in Benin City will also, in fact, they said beginning from next week, they'll begin to connect to the public in clusters. So people who live around the stadium area, obviously, they don't even need to connect, have a transformer anymore, because the transformer is already here by the stadium, and its potential has a lot of, strong enough to to distribute power to those around the neighborhood. So it's so exciting. I can see smiles in a lot of faces and the people around. Share this live stream as I will take you now to go and see where the Ossiomo electric power supply got into the stadium. If you people remember during the campaign, well, not even during the campaigns, like 2 months or so before the elections, I did an extensive live stream of Ossiomo Power coming all the way from Ologbo through Saple Road up to the stadium. So I just want to show you something. Share this live stream. Very important development happening here in Benin City. Ossiomo Power is now is now powering the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. So do a favor to share this live stream so that all of your friends and well-wishers can watch it. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Look at the transformer we're having here. This is the former one. It's no longer in use. This is now not in use. This is the transformer you're seeing here. Big transformer that is potential enough to power not just the stadium, everywhere around the stadium. And of course, this is the Ossiomo cable, Ossiomo line that's coming here, that stepped down through the armored cables down, connecting to this transformer, as you can see. So from here, it's connecting to the central electric points of the stadium, and then power is supplied. Again, 24/7 electric power supply, non-stop, uninterrupted, for the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. I don't know if there's any other stadium in Nigeria today that is now getting uninterrupted electric power supply. If there is, kudos to that governor as well. But if you want to know, we now have it in Edo State, Benin City. Samuel Ogbemudia International Stadium is now truly international with this boost of power supply. So you can see it, not just one area, it's everywhere, different places. It's not everybody, obviously, in Benin. This thing will be scaled up over time. A lot of Benin City will be getting power supply from Ossiomo, as you can see. So what this means is that it will take away a lot of load from BDC as well, which they will now be able to distribute to other people that are in need, as you can see. So share this live stream. The street lights will be coming up. They said the pilot phase of the street lights is already at bypass area of Saple Road. They've already installed some street lights there. That's the pilot phase, which will obviously go around Benin City. So if you're just connecting, welcome to this live stream. We are at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, where, by the way, we are going to have a football match on the 13th of November between the Super Eagles of Nigeria, African Cup of Nations qualifier between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Sierra Leone. It will take place right here in this stadium, which now has uninterrupted power supply. So keep sharing this. As you can see, Ossiomo, power is now here to stay. All of these buildings you're seeing around the stadium, all of the neighbors, they're going to be able to connect to this transformer that the governor has facilitated here through Ossiomo Power. So stadium area, like I said, of course all of the neighbors around the Obas Palace, everywhere, will now be pretty much soon, just clearly, hopefully before Christmas. I'm guessing that by Christmas they will all have power supply. This has come after the elections, and it's not even something about politics, something about development, and it is happening live. We are now having electric power supply 24/7 in Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, and it will now spill over to the neighborhoods and spill over to the larger part of the an important part of the city, let me put it like that. Thank you very much for sharing this live stream. Keep sharing. We are not done yet. Couple of questions. You know, people are always very curious, but I can see from what people are writing here, everybody's happy.
Yes.
If you are just connecting, we are with the CEO of Ossiomo Power, Dr. Igihon, who has done a lot of incredible things. And you know, we hear a lot of it. By the way, I need to mention this because during all of this, there's no politics here, but during all of these things, our governor was always accused of using people from outside. Dr. Igihon is a full-time Benin man. Oviedo Bataki. Domo, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. So, please, sir, because the end result is always what's important to people.
Yes.
When we're telling them that the turbines were test run and all those things, they were still, but getting to this point, finally, how was it possible, sir?
Well, it's a tremendous amount of technical work. We have a very good team. We have people who have been working with me now for well over 5 years. And like I said earlier, there are people in government. The day we started, I can mention many names. So it's been a fantastic team effort. That's why, yes, there's no doubt about it. To create a situation where we have a gas plant, we generate power, put it on, essentially a private grid, and then have the entire thing done in essentially within about 2 years. I think it's a fantastic thing, but it's a tremendous amount of work. And even in the last few weeks, because as you know, the power plant, the gas plant, the 3 kV line has been up for a while. So we'll be doing all the testing, troubleshooting, debugging, and the engineers are constantly pushing. So, like as we say, the last mile sometimes is the most challenging. But it's now here, and I think it's a fantastic result. We are very pleased.
2 quick things people are beginning to say already. Yes. They are saying, first of all, can we light up Benin? I mean, not the houses. I know that one will come, but street lights. Everybody is saying, please, let's have street lights, because they've seen now how some solar street lights, for example, in Sakomba Road area and certain areas by NDDC, is helping to mitigate challenges of security. So it's something up in the pipelines with street lights.
Yes, the street lights program should be coming up soon. We've been working on the design with state government, and the state government is pushing it forward very, very quickly. Now that the power is constantly available. And the key is that Benin has a unique architecture with the ring road and the outer ring roads. So what that means is that once we get power, now that we have power, around the ring road, then it's pretty easy to power.
So then
All
split
along-
it
all
like
along the
in
major
a
streets.
spider web.
Exactly.
Okay.
A spider, it's a hub and spoke. So the hub is the ring road. And
Yes.
The spokes are all
The spokes,
major
exactly.
streets.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, so we have the ring road, inner, outer, all the major streets. Then at first, so as we're coming along the Sapphire Road with our 33 kz line, at first is circular, we'll do another ring. At second, we'll do another ring. At third, we'll do another ring.
Oh, okay.
Then the whole city will be lit in no time.
Okay. In no time, like
No time.
this can
Well, no,
quickly
that's-
happen.
It's the government. That's the government.
That's the government
We are
here because
supporting
of the, of course, financial resources.
Well, not only financial resources. I think that this is where the citizens also come in. You know, at the end of the day, government, it will be great for government to do the major streets. There's nothing wrong in communities coming together.
And say, okay,
And
let's
say,
fund the
street light
artery
along their
roads.
streets,
Mm,
yes.
mm.
And the cost is very, very reduced now.
Okay.
So that's what they should do. They don't need to wait.
Can the poor man access Ossiomo power? That's a very controversial question that people always ask. Can the poor man access Ossiomo power? I mean, that mama put that sells food.
Absolutely. See, for example, a lot of it has to do with the technical setup.
Okay.
And also the permitting regime that we have for our licenses. So that permitting, like for example, if the state government chooses, there is no reason why all the houses around stadium cannot be lit. Same way that we have an obligation and a desire to light up everywhere in all of the village.
Okay. Are you doing that as a corporate social responsibility thing, CS, how they call it?
No, it's not even.
Or it's just like your policy or
It's
something?
our policy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we will light up.
So you're saying that everywhere around the Ogbe Stadium or Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium area, like the close,
Yes.
can potentially be lit up.
If the government chooses, absolutely. All they need to do is connect to this 11 kV line. That's all.
So now the transformer here, what's the capacity, sir?
2.5 MVA.
So a 2.5 MVA transformer is obviously
if
more
you
than
come
what the stadium needs.
Well, I think it's the state government that will tell you that. It's
Okay.
The common transformer we have around is 500 kVA. 2.5 MVA is 5 times that.
Okay. Now I get it. Oh, so now having it's like saying we have 5 transformers in one here.
Exactly.
Okay, obviously. Then I can imagine the capacity. So, okay, great. And of course, I will trust that the state government, I mean, because he even said it in his electioneering campaign that electricity is at the top of everything, because everywhere we went to during the campaigns, let me just be honest to you, sir, everybody was asking the governor about electricity, that they don't have light, that they want light. So, obviously, that the people in the stadium area now have the potential to be connected to 247. He's obviously going to do it. That one, me personally, I will sit with him and say, sir, Ogbe people are waiting for you to give them light, Yeah. And so, one more thing, there's some technical things about this for private people to get power supply. Can you go a little bit into it, even if it's a minute? You know what I mean? Because I, as an individual, I cannot just say, Ossiomo Power, come and give my house light. It has to be.
No,
It has to be an arrangement.
Well, at this stage, it is within the rules of our licenses.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and it's also based on the conditions that the NEC has provided. I think the critical thing is that this is only just the beginning. As we move along, there will be more access.
Okay. Tariff, will it be affordable?
Yes, it will be.
Will it be within the range of what, because uninterrupted power supply is not the same thing as interrupted power supply. So will that mean one will be more expensive? Obviously, the more light you use, the more
within the range of the current tariff.
within the range of the current tariff. Okay.
Because power has to be affordable.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I think for now you have answered some of the questions. So after the last question, not least though, after Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, where is the next big place we are going to be seeing electric power supply?
Well, all along from the injection substation at Secretariat, all the places that were on the list, so the Secretariat, the Court Complex, the Central Hospital,
House of Assembly, I think, is there.
Assembly, Government House,
Is Oba Palace there? Has to be, I think.
I think that's all to do with the government.
So those are sorting that out. Okay.
And then there are a lot of locations all along Saturday Road, and then the communities, a lot of communities are already reaching to NEC.
Okay.
And we have had discussions with NEC, so we have a responsibility.
So it means work continues. Like after today, tomorrow there's work. Next tomorrow, like that. You just be. It's now people will not just be plugging in.
Yes, definitely, and expanding, the power supply and the provision, not only around the name, but
All over the
work
state.
is going on all over the state. Yes.
Okay. That means we'll have Dr. Igion around for many more years with us from the look of things. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Do have a good day. So we just spoke with Dr. Igion of the CEO of Ossiomo Power. You people have heard him. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is the first place to be lit up, but very quickly all other places will come in, because I know that the infrastructure is already in place, the transformers are already in place, the Secretariat building will come on very quickly, House of Assembly, Central Hospital, hear that again, Central Hospital is now going to have 24/7 power supply, of course critical for the healthcare sector. So Central Hospital will be their government house, and then all of the communities and private individuals along all of those corridors will be next because of the proximity. After that, you just heard him, CEO of Ossiomo Power, saying it will expand throughout the state over time. So before I end this live stream, I just want to take you again. This is a 2.5 MVA transformer that has been installed here, 5 in 1. It's like having a 5 transformer in 1. That's it, already working. You see it, potential of 5 times 500 kVA transformer. This is 2.5 MVA transformer, meaning everywhere around here, this stadium area eventually will have light. So that's it. As you can see, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is now switched on. There's now electricity, and everywhere around will now potentially have light. This is great. This is very big news in Edo State. A lot of fantastic things are now going to happen. Investors, you can now begin to come, as Edo State will now be the first in the country where you will now have many places, very many areas that would quickly have uninterrupted power supply, and progressively all through the state. By God's grace, within the next 4, 5, 6 years, who knows? Like, it's continuous. They'll just now be connecting, and that's just basically it. And for street lights, the CEO of Ossiomo Power, Dr. Igion, said that for street lights, if you are just connecting street lights, the CEO of Ossiomo Power has confirmed that in effect they already have the plan, they already have the mapping, they are already pilot 1 street lights set up at a bypass area, and it's already working. And then from Ring Road, since they already have connectivity around the Ring Road area, they will quickly connect all of the street lights, and they will have it all through the city. Then those people who live in Domo, sir, I'm good. You too. Thank you, sir. So the street lights will be on the major roads, and then from, of course, those of us living in streets, we can then also contribute and then get our own street lights connected. We don't even need to wait for government at all. So share this live stream. We are live at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. 24/7 electric power supply right now, uninterrupted. First time, I think, in the history of this city where we're now beginning to have places where you don't have issues with power. So very good one. Thank God for Governor Obaseki for giving us a governor who has the vision to solve our problems. And electricity, everywhere we went, electricity was the thing everybody was asking. We want electricity, we want electricity, we want electricity. Now we are having it. So that is it. Thank you everyone for this. Thank you all of you for connecting. Breaking news here in Benin City, breaking news. Ossiomo Power is now on stream. End result, that is the light you're seeing. Switched on for now, and whenever there's an event in the stadium, there's 247 electric power supply right now. So it's breaking news in Benin City. We have now started the long journey to solving electricity problem forever. So that's what we are doing, and God has answered our prayers. So God bless you all. God bless you all. Everywhere we begin to come in small, little by little, as time goes on, and the capacity will be increased. So Benin City is going to be a very big beneficiary of this power project. All of the areas that are on the corridor obviously will benefit from it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And God bless you for watching this live stream. So do to share it once it comes to an end. Thank you very much. So stay on my wall, by the way, as I will be updating a whole lot about the American elections and what's happening in all of these critical states that are coming in and the American elections. Stay on my wall for that. Don't go away. And do to share this live stream once it comes to an end. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless all of you. God bless Edo people. God bless our governor. Oba Ratokpei Ise.